First newspaper, we can put that up on the screen.
Let's start with the Citizen.
Okay, Citizen.
All right. So, Citizen, their lead story, clean up NPA now, Sean out. The Constitutional Court yesterday told Abrams to vacate his office as NPA boss, a move that led to calls for President Cyril Ramaphosa to within days appoint a legal eagle with integrity.
Yeah, that's the front page of the Citizen. Let's move on to the next newspaper. I think that's the Sowetan. So the Sowetan, its front page, brutal killing haunts car guard. A parking marshal describes hour-long assault of colleague on a Johannesburg street. Car guard who witnessed a vicious attack on his colleague has described how the deceased endured a beating from an angry motorist who jumped on both his feet, thudding into the fallen man's face. I mean, it's just a crazy story. Yesterday, the motorist Philani Milton Mkhalisa appeared in the Joburg Magistrates Court facing a murder charge. His case has been postponed until the 22nd of August for a bail application. So that's the one story. The other one, which we know, the Sean Abrams, obviously on the front page. And then this one I think is going to get viewers very, very upset. SABC cash woes threaten popular soapy. And I think people will be up in arms because this is exceptionally popular. The country's most watched TV show, Uzalo, faces a bleak future, allegedly due to the SABC's financial situation. Not good. Sources at Stained Glass TV, producers of the soapy, said the situation was so bad that they were thinking of stopping production or letting go of some of their staff members.
Not good at all. But of course, SABC is still hoping for that bailout, for that guarantee to be signed by Treasury, and trying to get President Cyril Ramaphosa to perhaps intervene and get that done speedily. But moving on, we're going to Business Day now, and their lead story, acting head to get the hot seat at NPA. Abrams' appointment ruled invalid, that we know now. President has 90 days to choose a new director, and it goes on to say that President Cyril Ramaphosa will appoint an acting head of National Prosecuting Authority on Tuesday after the Constitutional Court had ruled that Abrams' appointment by the former President Jacob Zuma was constitutionally invalid. And according to the National Prosecuting Authority Act, the President has to appoint one of the 4 deputies as acting a National Director of Public Prosecutions. And also on that front page, a rand fall unlikely to affect a rates decision. And I wonder, and I hope, when we have that discussion later on, Leanne, I think that's one of the things that we need to talk about, that is the fall of the rand and what sort of impact it's likely to have on decisions going forward.
We've got economist that's coming in, Kanti Pai, so looking forward to a good conversation to unpack a couple of issues. And then finally the Star. This is the front page of the Star this morning. Concord blasts Zuma again. The search is on for a national director of public prosecutions after the Constitutional Court yesterday delivered yet another damning judgment against former President Jacob Zuma. Interesting to see, and I'm sure you'll bring that up, who the next person in line and who we think should take over as the National Director of Public Prosecutions. So 90 days for the President to choose, and who is the man or woman for the job. There have been a number of names that have been bouncing around. I'm really looking forward to seeing what your analysts say. I mean, I know one of those names is someone like Glynis Glatenbach. I think her name was put forward. Some people saying, please put Tuli Madonsela in there. I'm not sure that
some people saying Busi Pikoli.
Exactly.
I don't know. Frankly, I think it would be good to have just a brand new person.
Yeah, you're right. Could be good.
Yeah.
And then also the other story, learner found hanged after a phone theft. A grade 12 learner allegedly committed suicide a few after he was arrested and charged with a theft of a cell phone. And then finally, the story, another Marikana possible. Advocacy groups have warned of a second Marikana as the nation prepares to commemorate the 6th anniversary of the worst post-independence killing of protesters.
Yeah. So, of course, today we are expecting an announcement by President Cyril Ramaphosa along with the Department of Basic Education, and we expect them to come up and tell us, about some workable plan. We hope to eradicate this, I almost want to call it, a scourge, because, when it comes to schools and sanitary health at schools, it is a problem. So hopefully we will find a solution once and for all to deal with this problem. And our reporter Muntlanyana Dipuko is in Pretoria, and of course we're going to cross to him now just to get a sense of, what is likely to happen today.
Okay, thank you so much.